the next one,
The
I've seen the
Toolbox
remake.
Murders.
Yeah, the Toolbox Murders. I've seen the remake that Toby Hooper made of this
He actually touched on this, really?
in
Wow.
2003. But this one I know is about a guy who there's this apartment. I haven't seen it, but I know the story. It's an apartment complex, and basically he takes his toolbox and tries to kill people one by one. And there's not much to the story other than that. I mean, it's your simple.
It's one of those movies where the title tells the story, pretty much. Snakes on a plane, RoboCop. Stuff like that. The title just tells the movie right there. Sometimes that's a good thing. Why not? Shoot 'em up. See, it tells the story. That's it.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's as gory as the title seems. I mean, I know the guy I think he uses like a drill and a hammer.
Look, whatever you find in your toolbox, pretty much. I don't know if he uses measuring tape to kill anybody or whatever, choking somebody with measuring tape.
I've heard a lot of people that the film is pretty dull and boring. And I know it was one of those video nasties. It was on that list of those stuff, I think, in Europe. Those video nasty films.
Oh, so it's not an American film? It's from overseas, maybe?
No, it's an American film. It's just when they released it overseas, it was put on that list. I think someone was telling me that the video nasty list, like, there's a time where I think if you had films like that in your possession, you could get in trouble with the law.
Oh, it was that graphic? Damn.
No, I mean, that's how they were overseas.
Oh, overseas? Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Like, I mean, they had, like, Evil Dead in that list and stuff like that.
Wow.
And that if you were, I think overseas, I remember hearing this from someone, if you had some of those movies in your possession, because of how the people were, I mean, these are the same people who don't like nunchucks.
Oh, yeah, that's true, yeah.
That you could get in serious trouble, like, I think, even with law. Like, even jail time, or...
It's kind of like that. It's kind of like what's going on now in Boma with Rambo 4. If anyone's in possession of Rambo 4, they're doing some time in jail. Yeah.
It's crazy, but if I'm wrong, fine. But that's what I've heard, and I can believe it, because, again, these guys don't even like nunchucks.
Oh, ninja stars.
So if they don't like nunchucks and ninja stars, then I guess Evil Dead, and, this next one, the Driller Killer.
But I think you mentioned Driller Killer one time in your videos. You said that, I think, another good friend of ours, Mad Puppet Death, Lori, I think she has that in her collection.
Yeah, I know that the same guy who made this, Abel Ferrara.
Name sounds familiar.
He made Bad Lieutenant.
Oh, really? Wow.
And the 90s Body Snatchers movie.
Really?
With Forrest Whitaker in it on the
with Dermot. I think it was Dermot. No, it's Billy Worth. I think is in it. That one, I think.
Yeah, I mean, he did Ms. 45. He did King of New York.
Oh, King of New York, I remember watching. Yeah, I remember King of New York. With Christopher Walken.
Yeah, that one, and I remember Bad Lieutenant, and even the Body Snatchers. I always liked those. And
yeah.
I haven't seen Driller Killer, but I think that's yet again. You know what it is with the title.
Of course, drill killing people. Guy with a drill running around killing people. Yeah, yeah. It's like.
And I don't know. I mean, trying to think of the movie. I know they had a cover of like a drill going to a guy's head with a lot of blood.
Let me see. If I click on the thing over here, can I see the cover real good? Yeah, there's a cover right over here. If you click on the picture it says Driller Killer, it shows a little bit of it. It doesn't show it that up close, but you see a little bit of it there. Somebody getting drilled in the head, I guess. Stuff like that. It's got some grindhouse look to it, looks like, almost.
But yeah, I mean, the Driller Killer is something that I haven't seen yet. I don't know if you'd ever see it.
Nah, it looks fucked up. Now this next one here, the title almost sounds like a Disney movie. I don't know why.
Tourist Trap.
I don't know, like you can't put tourist in a horror movie. I don't know why the title just
I've heard that this film sucks big time.
The poster doesn't sell me, though. Look at the poster.
The guy who is in it is Chuck Connors.
Well, that goes to show you.
What? I'm an idiot. I don't even know. Chuck Connors, that sounds so familiar.
I know he was in the Airplane movies. He was that guy, the one that got burned with the cigarette, where with Lloyd Bridges.
Oh yeah, okay.
Is Lloyd Bridges talking to Robert Hayes on the phone or on the radio or something like that, and he's like putting ashes in the coffin, and he spits out. That's Chuck Connors. And then he puts his hand there, and he gets burned with the cigarette. Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I think the movie is about. They're a group of people. What do they go? They go to this museum or this mansion or I think. What the fuck was it about? The guy there's this killer, but he has powers, like he can move like mannequins and shit.
Hmm.
I don't know. I haven't seen it because so many people have said it sucked.
Wow.
But I don't know. A guy that sounds like some guy moving fucking mannequins, or either the mannequins are alive, or I don't know. Of course, I like fucking the Mangler about killing laundromat, so maybe it's right up my alley.
Yeah, maybe. Never know.
I don't know.
I still want to see that movie, The Shaft. I still want to see that one because whenever I describe with the killer elevator, I want to see that because I know like my uncle, he works over there where I work out over there, and he fixes elevators. So I told him about the movie about the killer elevator. He goes, "Yeah, really? I never heard of that." Really? I said, "Yeah, it sounds interesting." Yeah. See, we try to see if they can find it on Netflix. I don't know if Netflix carries it and stuff. See if they can rent it. Yeah.
It might.
See if they can find that one. The Tourist Trap, I never heard of this movie. I don't know. Maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe you get lucky. You find it somewhere. Who knows? Now the next one I have heard of now, and I heard it's actually I believe the middle and the ending of this film, and I could say it was remade, and the remake is one of the movies on my shit list. But the original, When a Stranger Calls, I'm talking about, with stars Carol Kane and Charles Durning. Who you guys have seen Charles Durning in a bunch of fucking movies, here and there and here. Most of the stuff with Burt Reynolds,
Yeah.
And it's about this woman that she's it takes place in the city. I think what sells it more, she's babysitting or whatever, and she keeps getting these weird calls and stuff like that.
I've seen this film too, actually.
Oh yeah.
And what he was saying, this babysitter keeps getting these phone calls, and she actually calls the cops. And at first they're like, "Well, we can't really do much." And was he threatening you? It's like, no, he was just sort of breathing, And it gets to a point in like the first 20 minutes, and I know I'm giving the movie away again, but fuck it.
Yeah. Go for it.
That famous thing, we've traced the call, is coming from inside the house. Yeah. And you find out that the killer killed the kids, right?
I don't remember if they actually killed the kids.
Yeah, and I remember this because I was shocked as fuck because I didn't think that was going to happen. Because I don't know if I don't think he escapes, but she goes upstairs and the kids are dead.
I don't remember that scene, really. That was in the movie? I gotta look at it again. I don't know.
It's in the first 20 minutes, because I know you said you saw the middle and ending, right?
Yeah, I don't remember the ending. But I know the killer gets fucked up, though. I know Charles Durning kills the killer. I know that.
Yeah, at the end.
Yes, maybe that part...
Yeah, wow. The first 20 minutes to me were the best, because it really... To me, it built up a suspense.
Yeah, and plus, Carol Kane with the voice and everything. Those of you who follow the TV series Taxi, with Danny DeVito and Andy Kaufman, she played... Annie Kaufman's character's Laka's love interest on the show, and she had that voice or whatever, which she really does have. That's her real voice and stuff, and she sold it, leave me alone, that voice like that and stuff. So, I mean, it's a relatable story, about somebody stalking you and stuff like that. I mean, it works on that, But the remake sucks. The remake sucks dick.
The remake, yeah.
Remake sucks. It does not capture no atmosphere to it. The lead girl looked hot, but she can't act. She's also in that movie, with Chris Evans. I forgot the name of the fucking movie with they moved the powers and shit. See, that movie with Chris Evans that he did.
Push?
Yeah, she's in the movie
Push.
Yeah, she's in that one.
Push and pull.
Push and
Push
pull.
and putt. Pitch and putt.
Push and shit. Put it that way, like that.
But yeah, I mean, the original, I was actually amazed at how much I actually enjoyed this flick.
Yeah, because it builds up it builds it up good. I mean, the remake didn't do that though. I mean, the remake's on my shit list pretty much. I wasted. I'm thankful I didn't rent it on DVD. I saw it when they gave it on Encore Wham. We used to get it for free. Now we don't get it for free no more. The Wham channel, they gave it there. I reason they gave it there because I know it's PG-13. That's the only way you get away with it and shit. They give it there.
I bet.
Yeah, man. The original movie I recommend for you people to check out. You know, I mean.
Yeah, because I mean, the same guy who did this would later go on and do April Fool's Day.
Oh, it's the same director, right? Oh shit.
Yeah, Fred Walton.
Oh yeah. Wow.
And like I was saying, I mean, the first 20 minutes, when the guy's going, have you checked the children lately? It built the suspense, like Effrey said. But again, I didn't know. I thought the kids would be safe, like a lot of other movies. And it's weird because Carol Kane's in the film, like for the beginning and then the ending. And then the big chunk in the middle is Charles Durning's investigation.
I think we actually do see the killer. He's like some weird guy running around.
Yeah, we actually do.
See the killer. So it's not really a mystery who the killer is. It's just, we know the guy is weird. I guess he's, I don't know, masturbating or doing weird sicko shit or something or whatever. And
yeah, I really felt when Charles Durning killed that guy, it's like, okay, yes, you got him.
Yeah.
You really hate the bad guy.
Yeah, it builds it good. On the remake, we never see the fucking killer. And
I think Lane Samerson did his voice, right?
I think so. It's been such a long time since I've seen it. I gotta see it again. I really do have to see it.
I believe it is. And yeah, the remake sucks. There's nothing in the movie.
There is nothing. And the sad part is, you know who directed the remake? Simon West. The same guy who directed Con Air. The man hasn't directed a good movie since Con Air. I mean, General's Daughter, okay.
Yes, we do like Con Air.
Yeah, we like Con Air. I love it. Fuck it, I'll say it. I got the extended edition with the extra scenes in the movie, which doesn't hurt the movie at all. You don't need them, but it's there. It's not hurting the movie, but fuck it. And he directed that movie. I mean, he directed Tomb Raider, the first Tomb Raider movie with Angelina Jolie, which is okay. I mean, it's not as bad as Max Payne or Hitman, but it's there. Yeah. I'm looking forward to the reboot they're working on. See who they're gonna get to direct the reboot of Tomb Raider. But back to the movie, I guess, at hand, I mean, the 79 movie is better. There's been people I've talked to at work that say, the remake is like that. I said, look, do me a favor. Go somewhere, any Rapid Share or anywhere, or find it on VHS tape for $1 or something, and watch the fucking movie, right? The original one. And then tell me what you feel about it. Don't bash it because something you've never seen, and stuff. And stuff like that.
Yeah, it's worth a look.
It's worth a look.
The remake, such dick. It's such my gold-plated dick.
Yeah.
And guess how much money that fucking remake made?
I'm guessing it's a lot of money because it's a dumbing thing. Numbing or dumbed down bullshit.
Yeah, about 50.
50? Ah, fuck them.
40. Okay, I got it here. 47 million.
Damn. For that?
7 million.
Nobody gets killed in that fucking movie, man.
I didn't fucking put money in it.
I know. I'm just saying nobody gets killed in this fucking movie, man.
$47 million for that piece of shit.
Ah.
And okay, speaking of which, just a little quick note. Guess how much the Prom Night remake made?
Around the same amount? Because I know it was in the top 5. From what I heard.
43 million.
You see? I heard it was in the top 5. Of the box office.
It got like $20 million opening weekend.
Because the highbrow crowd, they love that stuff. Wow, it's scary. Look, there's no blood. Yay! It's different. Wow. I mean, that's why what they say. If you people like the Prom Night remake or When a Stranger Calls, it's cool. I mean, it's amazing to me. It's just shocking. 49 million? Damn. And I wonder how much the 79 version made.
Oh man,
That's probably in the lower numbers, I'm guessing. You know, because it's not.
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't know if
especially
really if A Stranger Calls really counts as slasher. I mean, it's more of a thriller, in my opinion. I mean, because I don't know. Is there anybody getting killed really? I mean, I haven't seen the original in a long time. But I remember enjoying it though.
Well, I think especially the beginning with the killer killing the kids at the opening of the film.
You actually see the kids getting killed? Damn.
Yeah, they do, and that's what surprised me even more because I didn't expect it. I didn't think that would happen, but it did, and they don't show it graphically.
Oh, that's good to know. Oh, damn.
I mean, it's like after the fact, and like she goes in her room, and you realize, holy shit, they actually are dead.
Damn.
And it's just a brief finish to that 20 minutes or so of suspense, and I don't know. I just was surprised by it, so it's worth a watch. I think both of us say.
Wow, like maybe I remember that part with Charles Durning actually killing the killer. I'm like, all right. I mean,
yeah, at the end of the movie.
I remember that part. Okay, but I gotta look that up again. I don't know about that ending. The kids getting killed. Damn.
Well, I mean,
the build up for it. Yeah, I know the build up. Yeah,
20 minutes.
20 minutes. I mean, it's good writing there. You know, and stuff like that.
Now this next one, I've heard the title before, Savage Weekend.
Well, the cover looks questionable.
I can barely see that cover anymore.
I don't know. If you click on it, then you go back. You got to go back to the sort by shit, and then I'm gonna do that again. That's what I did before. I mean, you can see it better if you click on it. But let me see. Now I know how to fix it. I'll click on it. Let's see.
Yeah, basically you have a couple heading up into the country.
Yeah.
I guess, you have this murder with this pretty fucked up mask just killing them.
Yeah. Is that a mask or what's left of the damn face? Whatever left of the guy's face or something.
I do remember, though. I think no, I don't remember it. I'm thinking of a different movie. Fuck. I've never seen this movie, Savage Weekend. God damn. It just looks like a boring ass movie, but.
Well, if anyone's seen it, please feel free to, send us your thoughts about that. Savage Weekend, folks.
I've heard more about the next one, Boogeyman.
Actually, I remember at one point, I think, my aunt had the VHS tape of this. This was back, I remember in the 90s I seen this. I know I seen trailer for it. Mike, once again, OCP Communications, folks. Our good friend, Mike. He uploaded the trailer, and judging by the trailer, it looks very lame. Have you seen this film? It looks, I don't know.
I've seen the trailer. I know the director. It's not personally, like fuck that. But I know the guy's name is Uli Lamel, which is a weird ass name.
Yeah.
But
Ooey.
Yeah, Uli Lamel.
Ooey. There's nothing nasty. Ooey, like ooey bo. Ooey.
Yeah, it's Uli with L's.
Uli or Uli.
I know it's something to do with a mirror. Like, she sees a murder in a mirror. Like, she sees her brother kill a guy in a reflection of a mirror. And it's like many years later, and I think some evil spirit escapes and wants revenge. And I don't know, I remember nothing because I've never seen it.
Well, I did see it. I don't know. It was nothing. From what I understand, I don't remember it, but from what I remember about it, a little bit about it, it was nothing to run home to, though. I mean, it was nothing memorable there. The characters are forgettable. I don't know. Want to go to the next one?
If anyone's seen it, and is it worth a shit, you can just let us know as well.
If anyone, yeah, because we don't know. Shit. Now, this other one, it looks like one of those titles that pretty much tells you what the movie's about, and that is, don't answer the phone! And he puts an exclamation point, like yelling, don't answer the phone! Why not? It might be the bill collectors. That's why. Okay.
Yeah, I know. I've heard of this movie. I know you have a guy, I think he's a Vietnam vet.
Yeah.
He's also, like, a photographer. And I know most of the killings is, like, strangulations.
Okay.
And it just seemed like a boring, dull movie. I think he taunts someone on a radio show, like a psychologist. I think he like calls into the show, like, you know, says like sexual stuff and is like taunting this psychologist girl while some cops are looking for him, and it just seemed like a dull, lame movie.
Wow. I never heard of it, and I don't think I want to see it if it's that lame. God.
I just saw like clips, and it just seemed lame. So if it's not lame, once again, did you leave a comment?
Now there's another one here. I know once again our buddy, our other band from the Band of the Brothers, Mike. He actually does have this movie on VHS tape, and when he talked about his VHS tape updates, when his collection, whatever, does those VHS updates, he talked about don't go into the house. Now, I remember what he said in that video very vividly. I'm sure if he's listening to this, he'll probably laugh as well, or he's probably laughing. The name of the movie, folks, is Don't Go Into the House. And from what Mike told me about the film, right, and he says about some guy that invites people to the house and somehow burns them to death on fire.
Yeah, he'll put people on. I think he has his room.
Yeah.
A specific room that incinerates. Like, I think he hangs people there, and he leaves the room, and for some reason he constructed this room and incinerates people.
Yeah, and they burn slowly to the death, pretty much.
Yeah, it's like a steel-walled room, and is able to set the people on fire.
Yeah, he said it's very graphic. So I remember, yeah, what he said, and when he talked about that video, he goes, "Those of you out there, especially one of my good friends who do not like Maniac, do not watch this movie."
Because I think he burns people with a flamethrower.
Yeah.
And I know, like, Uncle Bill at Dead Pit, he talked about this film too.
Yeah.
And I don't know, for some reason it sounds interesting.
Because it involves flamethrowers and burning. That's why it's something interesting you don't see.
Yeah, it sounds like a different way. It's just a very, in a way, it's kind of a creative way to. It's not just your typical knife and strangulation. It shows how fucked up the guy really is.
Maybe that's what it is. That whole point of view thing of the killer. You know, that's the only thing. You're following the killer. I think that's one of the stuff what he told me when he was saying in that video, and he was giving the message out to me. You know, if you did not like Maniac or Henry, do not watch this movie. He didn't mention my name directly, but I knew it was me, and I got a chuckle out of it. Like, all right.
There's another one of those I remember hearing about. About a guy who had a mom who treated him like shit. Probably burned him or something.
Yeah.
That's how he gets this thing with fire.
Yeah, burning all these people and stuff or whatever.
I don't know. It just sounded like a different way to tackle a slasher movie or a sort of Maniac type of movie. And
all right, but you check out the movie, do a review of it, you know, and I'll check out your review like I always do, and you know, then
go fuck this, I'm not seeing it.
Yeah, exactly. If I see you in that position like you did with me, well, and I know that movie's in the list. I guess we'll talk about that when we get to that movie. When you see Matt in the position where, you know, normally like when you see him do a video and he's relaxed, he's over there making jokes or whatever, but you see him in a position with his hands over his head and the look on his face like...
I actually like the movie, too.
And he's like, well, I don't know, I mean...
It's not a fun movie.
It's not a fun movie. It's the guy...
Like, have fun.
You know, it's the guy running around decapitating, scalping people and stuff like that. Just the way he looked, I'm like, okay, I'm guessing I don't want to see that shit. And then he had clips of it too, showing us, okay, fuck this for sure now. But if you all like it, it's alright. I mean, to each his own and stuff. But me, that's not what I look for in a horror film. But it's cool, you know. Each director, each writer has to tackle on something, you know. They try to do something different with the franchise, you know, with the genre, you know. And now the other one I never heard of, Fade to Black.
I have heard of this movie.
Oh really? What's it about?
Because it's about a guy who, the main character, he's a film geek.
Okay.
He plays like a sort of a film geek, and he likes watching a lot of movies. I think mainly like from the 50s, like Creature from the Black Lagoon and like Night of the Living Dead and Dracula. And you can even tell from the poster like he's a fan of like Phantom of the Opera and that type of stuff.
Yeah.
And I think he gets like beaten up and teased, and he basically goes crazy, and he acts out scenes like favorite scenes from the movies. But that's how he kills people.
He killed the people that
like beat him up and browbeat him and made fun of him and stuff like that. And he would kill him by, again, like I think he recreated some of the scenes from the movies.
Wow.
And then resulted in the people getting killed.
Okay.
And I remember hearing that and I go, wow, that's kind of interesting.
It does sound interesting. That does kind of sound interesting because it's kind of a slasher, but yet the revenge aspect is in there, you know.
Yeah, because I remember it's like the guy's sort of wimpy and whiny, sort of like a nerd.
Yeah.
And he snaps, and again, yeah, he starts killing people who mistreated him. Like, he dresses up as various bad guys from movies, and yeah, I think he recreates them.
Wow.
I think Tim Thomerson's actually in this.
Oh, really? Wow.
I believe so. I mean, again, I remember hearing about it, and I didn't really find it to watch, but I just thought it was pretty interesting type of film. Yeah, Tim Thomerson is in this.
Oh yeah, okay.
For those who don't know, from Trancers and Dollman and stuff like that.
The Dollman, that's the main man right there. Brick Bartle, you know.
But yeah, this one just sounded really interesting. I like to give it a watch sometime.
Me too. It kind of sounds like something I can actually get into. I like it. I mean, I like any movie that has a slasher and you have the revenge aspect into it. Like there's this movie. At one point, it was on YouTube. I guess Lionsgate took it down when they released it on DVD. I forgot the name of the fucking movie though. I know. I think Matt Puppet mentioned it. I don't know if it's called. I think Horror High or something, or it's a movie about this geek that gets killed or something like that, and it's like a high school reunion, and the people who picked on him, caused his death or whatever, they get killed one by one. If somebody knows the name of the movie, please let me know. I remember it's on Lionsgate. It's on DVD now. This movie, I forgot the name of it. It's similar to this movie, Fade to Black, though. Yeah, I don't know if it's Horror High or something like that. The trailer was up. I know I remember it, but I can't remember the fucking name. Shit. Damn. No, the name of the movie's not shit, but yeah, it's one of those movies like that.
Right.
Yeah. Damn. Now the next one, that's the granddaddy of the whole franchise right there. I put Friday the 13th. I put at number 2 on my list, even though in this movie Jason does not make the appearance yet. But it's a good movie. I mean, who doesn't know Friday the 13th? I mean,
Tom
Savini's work. Even though MPAA cut it in half, and I know they have the extended edition, which I heard is not much though. I mean.
Yeah, I mean, the unrated cut, to be honest, I was never, like, one of those, oh, shit, with this had the first... To me, the first one had enough gore.
Yeah, I mean...
I'd rather see part 7, but that'll never happen.
Yeah, it's sad to say, because the work print is not in good condition. Association of Assholes. There you go. Now you're learning. There you go. You got it. There you go. Thanks to them, And plus, I mean, if those of you have this movie on Blu-ray, the Friday the 13th, the original... It's kind of sad because with the clear pixels and everything, you can see all the prosthetic effects.
I don't have Blu-ray, so...
Well, that's good to know, because from what I understand, they showed, I think it was the people at Dead Pit, a matter of fact. They had picture comparisons.
Oh, yeah.
Of the regular version of Friday the 13th, regular DVD, and the Blu-ray.
You see the imperfections clear.
Yeah. Which ruins it, in my opinion,
Right.
Stuff like that, You see the woman's throat is fake being cut, and stuff. But hey, you guys like the Blu-ray, and, kudos to you. That's alright.
Fuck Blu-ray!
Fuck Blu-ray in the ass with no Vaseline. There you go. Alright, that was 1980.
And at least Uncle Bill's with us, too. That guy, Uncle Bill, he hates Blu-ray, too.
Oh, that's good. Alright. Much love to you, Uncle Bill. There you go.
Fuck Blu-ray!
Fuck it in the ass! Now we got
Friday 13th. I mean,
yeah,
like
Friday
you
13th,
said,
of course,
what can
classic.
you say? It's Kevin Bacon, Adrian Keene, Betsy Palmer.
Betsy Palmer. Director Sean Cunningham. Sean S. Cunningham, you know. And the funny story about that was that he actually did not want to direct, I think, a slasher movie, a horror movie. He wanted to direct kind of a TV movie. But I guess he wanted to do this movie thinking it'll help him get noticed and then he could do the TV movie. But then...
I think like a soccer movie,
a
right?
soccer movie, yeah, some kind of soccer movie. And Friday 13th blew up. And actually, it opened the same weekend as Empire Strikes Back. And the grossing of the movie knocked out Empire Strikes Back, the sequel to Star Wars, you know. That started the phenomenon right there. I mean, Halloween put it on the map along with Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
But Friday 13th kicked in overdrive.
Gave
it a shot of adrenaline.
Yeah, gave it the score by Harry Manfredini, you know, that which is actually the whole thing. Kill Mom.
It's a K for kill and an M for mommy. Because Betsy Palmer's character later on says kill her, mommy, kill her, and Jason, she's sort of doing her son's voice. So it's for kill and for mommy.
Yeah, Betsy Palmer was a real creepy looking lady to pull that off, you know, even though, you know, pulled off that whole character and everything, you know.
Although it was funny, I mean, the stories behind it, like, she only did it because she needed a car.
Yeah.
And after the film, like, critics, I think they got her address.
Oh, shit.
And, like, wrote to people saying, you gotta write to her and tell her this Friday 13th is an abomination, or how dare you star in this movie, and which I thought was fucked up that she actually got her address.
Oh, no. But the sad part that was more about this was what happened to Adriana King. You know, she had a stalker. Yes. You know, that was sad.
That's a scary feeling. I mean, I think it lasted for years, right?
Yeah, I think I guess they finally caught the guy, because that's one of the reasons she didn't make too many public appearances and stuff. I don't blame her. I don't blame her either. You know, it's just foul shit. You know, have somebody stalking you like that. You know.
Oh, exactly. I mean, it's that happens a lot. I hear from a lot of these people who star in these horror films, and I mean, horror films don't create killers, but whatever percentage you have of anything, not just horror films, but people who like I don't know, Pokemon, or anybody who likes fucking.
I mean, anybody can snap, pretty much. I mean, go back, look at those days of Jack the Ripper. There was no slasher movies back then, and that motherfucker was running around killing people left and right, you know?
Yeah, what did he do? Oh, I read this book that was really violent.
Yeah. Well, look at Ed Gein. You know, they didn't have no screenings of any movies where he was at. He was just on his own. He went nuts.
It's like, oh shit, I saw Snow White. I better go kill someone.
Yeah. That's it. I read Hansel and Gretel. Now I'm gonna go kill him and eat him. That's it. You know, it's ridiculous.
Exactly. I heard the Beatles. Now I gotta go shoot. I gotta get someone. Yeah, no, that's bullshit. Stupid.
Forget go crazy. Yeah, but that wasn't happening during this. I guess during the '80s. Maybe that's why those people that outfit MPA got involved. Maybe I don't know. It's just crazy stuff. Maybe it could be it. I mean, even though. You know, people were running around killing people way before movies, but you know, any lightning rod, they're gonna find something to point the finger at. You know.
Exactly. You know? Especially when they became that popular.
Yeah, because to knock out Empire Strikes Back, the most anticipated Star Wars sequel, out of the top spot, I think it was two weekends in a row they claim.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah. That's what they said.
And the funny part about the Friday the 13th movie, I mean, that everybody knows that. Paramount was embarrassed by the success of the Friday the 13th movies.
Oh yeah, they hated it. They began to hate it. They just did it for the money. That's why that's why you don't see an uncut version of Part 7, because they didn't really save the footage that well.
They didn't. They didn't at all. They didn't save no footage or nothing, you know.
Which resulted, of course, with them selling the rights to New Line, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, New Line has no problem, you know. I'm sure somewhere in a vault that Bob Shea has laying around, there are some maybe cut scenes of Nightmare on Elm Street movies. But even though, from what I hear, Nightmare on Elm Street didn't get into that much trouble with MPA compared to Friday the 13th movies, though.
Well, it seems like they're more lenient when it's fantasy.
Maybe that's what it is.
When it has a little bit like Freddy Krueger in Dreams, and the not special effects.
Yeah.
It seems they do a little bit more lenient if it's fantasy.
Yeah.
When it's stuff that can happen next door, I guess.
That's when they gotta like put the brakes on it and stuff. Pretty much.
I don't understand that. I mean, I think gore's gore, but
yeah.
Again, I'm not an MPA.
Exactly. Those guys over there and stuff. Yeah. But anyway, Friday the 13th is a classic. I mean, if I had to really pick a favorite of the Friday the 13th movies, it would have to be Part 2, Part 4, Part 6, 7. And of course, the fantasy of, Jason Goes to Hell and Jason X, I mean, but the first movies, I know people are going to say, what about Part 1, Part 3, and 5? I mean, I like those films. I mean, I don't hate them. I mean, I like them. When I first saw Part 5 years back, I hated it, but I really, 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 really want to give it another shot. Because in retrospect, sometimes, if you like a movie, a movie you see it first time, and you don't like it, sometimes the more you watch it or you look at it from a different perspective, you can enjoy it.
Exactly.
So you'd be surprised, stuff like that.
Exactly.
Like, I remember there was a funny story that actually, when I first saw, what was the movie? Extreme Prejudice, when they gave it on cable the first time. And I saw it when I was like 11 or was it 10 or whatever. Because I was watching Rambo, all these movies. I didn't like it. Like, I didn't get into it. Oh, these people die in the ending and stuff. But then when I seen it again, like when I was 13 or 12, I fell in love with the movie. I don't know why. I was like, wow, I can really get into that. The score, these people, they were going nowhere, so they were going to die regardless. But, the build-up, the acting, like, wow. It catches you, with time and years,
Right.
So that's why I want to give Part 5 another shot, And plus, I heard the deluxe edition.
I have no problems with Friday 13th either. It's a classic.
Yeah, I know. It's a good movie, man. It's just there, it comes out of nowhere and stuff. The kills are good. I mean, for its time, got away with some stuff and everything like that. That's what started the whole putting blood into the slasher movies.
Yeah, that kicked in the high gear, and that's why, like, from here to, like, 83, 84, it was like every week you had another slasher movie.
And it kept Tom Savini working, too, because before this, he was doing, of course, Dawn of the Dead, with George Romero and Dario Argento, I think.
Yeah, then after this, you had The Burning, The Prowler, Maniac. Tons of more, yeah. And, of course, Bloody Valentine, which came out in 81, which I don't even think is on this list, which is sad to say. My Bloody Valentine? Is it on here? Oh, no, we didn't go to 81 yet. It's on later, but Tom Savini didn't do that one.
No, he didn't do that one, no, but that's a good example of the slasher right there. How it got bloody, right there.
Yeah.
Even though MPAA started fucking around, with the cutting and stuff, but, it's the golden age of the slasher film, pretty much. The early 80s to I guess, the late 80s when MPAA butchered everything to a point, and stuff.